Change your punch from nothing to very big.
I thought we were supposed to start in uniform and with dignity. The more things change, the more they say the same.
You will become my family, okay? I forgot to mention Stuart, but he's one of my seniors. And I'm Steve, and so on. And I'm glad you're all here. Now the question is about Demak. So I can explain Demak 100 million times, but this and that. Nobody gonna care about the points. Why don't I let you feel it? Not that you, I did it before. People have to go to the bathroom, you know. It's because they said that internal crap can work. So let me have you feel. My friend, I sponsored it the same thing. And simple heading, pow, pow. And then they cannot pee, and then they cannot. And I don't want to do it to nobody anymore because I'm getting old. I'd rather have little grandchildren, my nephews. So that's why I'm not. But I'll let you feel it. I'm not hitting the pressure points, but just feeling how the impulses goes all over the body. I do it very soft. The soft one is the one that scares you. The hard one does not. Many people say, Demak, pow! That's Demak. No, they're just slapping. Slapping the anatomical region, okay? No, I let you feel it, Chuck. And then I work with Sane, and the reason Sane is very sensitive.
I'm about sensitive as rock.
I know. Because why? You guys are messing around with each other. Okay, here's one, okay? And then tell me where you feel it, point out in your back. Where is he traveling? Okay, same. Because the reason.
Sorry, guys. Can you see them?
You feel like traveling?
It's going up the arm.
Okay.
And then it's stopping at almost behind my shoulder. Kind of opened up my hand.
But it goes behind the shoulder, right?
Yeah, it's going right
I
back.
just felt it in the rib back.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
It was delayed.
That's the problem with me.
Yeah, it was delayed. I didn't feel it until I stepped away.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call Max did the delayed tracker.
Yeah.
When you do it softly, is it healing, Uncle? When you do it not so hard, is it healing?
You know, the mark, it is the intent that is put. If you for healing, that can be healing, right?
Yes.
No, that is the dangerous part. Feel this one. That's gonna be later. You feel it?
Yeah, it's getting the whole arm. The whole inside of my arm is like going numb.
That's worse, right?
Yes. It's like
That
going
is
numb.
the mark. That's soft touch. Okay? Yeah?
Yeah, no, you can feel it. Just like my hands.
Because that's why I asked him to assist me, so that because you got to feel it, so that you know how to work with it, right?
Yes.
You feel it? Yeah.
No, it's gone up. Yeah, if I don't mess with it and just let it sink on through, it makes my hand almost like a stone. It's like solid. It's just like doesn't want to move. It's just like there.
So I saw you 3 versions, okay? Now make your hand very strong. Yeah. Okay, that's what I want.
Sorry, guys.
I don't feel this.
Oh, man.
You feel it? See?
You see it, Chuck? Yeah, yeah, saw it. You can see it vibrated right up.
You feel it?
Yeah, it goes right in there.
Aha. That is the danger spot of the mat. You don't have to do that, just, and you can. I have hit people that I didn't like, and I was experimenting then. They could
Sorry,
not
guys.
They could not poop, you know, and they were screaming, help, help. So I called my friend in Los Angeles, and he had to come and curse me to death because I cannot hear the person. But you feel it? Yeah?
Yeah, no, I felt it.
Okay. That is why the mark is dangerous. Even though I act stupid, I always come, you know, especially with Kung Fu guys. Oh, how are you? You know, yeah, I'm master. I'm not, no, I don't want to be master. No, same. I do not anything. Just for the healing. I put healing points. Okay?
Just look over my shoulder. I'm not sneaking in front, but you can go over my shoulder.
Yeah. It's a delayed touch.
Yeah, I know. It shot down my leg when you did that.
Precisely. And I don't want it, you know, I have people come and say, I'll do it to me. I don't want to do it. Because if I really have an intent, 70 years of internal, external kunta, what do you think?
Dangerous.
I have experimental people.
Yeah,
Uncle, can you show it without hitting him though? Show the spot again.
Okay,
For
the spot basically, and that's why I picked him. I hope you don't mind, because for the soft, don't ask me to really feel it, then I will do
Then
it.
you got to do it.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it. But the whole point is, the heart like this, bang, 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 like Delman is doing others, hitting like that, that's not enough. It's just hitting the anatomical region. But look here, lastly, I will show you a pressure point, okay? They come here, this hand, or the other hand. Yeah, that's now. No, I do this, okay? A soft touch. The hard touch, you can feel it, right? No, the soft touch. Feel that. Okay, that's a healing spot. Yeah? You see all the late trackers?
yeah, it's not going up as fast. It's just a nice slow. Right
Slow.
where you touch, it's opening up right now. I can feel where you touch. It's just
That's a healing.
going
Yeah.
up.
And most people cannot feel it because they are right? No,
Yeah, now it's going up here.
thank
Do
you.
it.
Yeah, that is the mark. The mark. It's just not hard, soft. But I don't want to do it no more. I'm retiring from all that. I rather teach healing arts. And healing arts, you don't have to be a doctor. Or I can share with you from feeling, from 70 years of doing Kung Fu and so. Yeah? Did I give you information?
Oh no, I can feel it still. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle.
You are an awesome man. Okay, that's my share.
Thank you, Uncle.
What I would like to share with you, this whole notion of the inflammatory process that's been my lifelong, I would say, passion, is start showing the connection between the inflammatory process, joint illnesses, athletic performances, and unfortunately autoimmune illnesses, and what I would refer to as the most deleterious disease of our culture, which I think is the #1 cause of death, which is gout. As far as I'm concerned, gout is the #1 killer in the world, and we're not recognizing it. We're not giving it enough credence, because when we see that there is an biochemical imbalance in the blood, it causes internal organs to collapse. And so a lot of people that supposedly die of a heart attack or other, internal organ failure actually die because of what we refer to as acid-base disequilibrium. Meaning that your blood pH drops below 7.34, that causes the demise of your internal organs. So a lot of people, die of what it appears to be a heart attack, and actually what they die of is a sudden drop of your blood pH that causes internal organs to collapse. So what I'm trying to do today is, again, what I always do, and I like to go into some kind of giving you some useful tool to start assessing how inflamed I am I? Because this is going to give us a fairly good indication of what's happening to your internal organs. So I can tell you right now that he is about medium weight, but you can tell that it's a sensitive spot. How sensitive is it? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sensitive is it? 4. Okay, so that's midway, okay? It's exactly the point. So in this case, it does not suffer from what we refer to as an active capsulitis, which means that what we refer to as falling shoulder. But this has the potential to escalate because his diet is producing enough metabolites that it's accumulating in his capsule itself. That causes shoulder problems, okay? So that's one area. The second area, this is called Grove-Fellow. We see it again. So this is an example of a person that he has problems that are not escalated, but there's enough indication that in terms of dietary intake is not conducive for him. So you can see there's not a healthy gap here that shows you that there's some shrinkage. And that's usually has to do specifically, you feel like one side of the back is feeling more vulnerable than the other?
Yeah, this is the right side.
Okay, so usually the inflammatory processes tend to be asymmetrical, to be unilateral. And if you look at gout as a phenomena, even gout attacks one foot. So if you look at 98% of people that are suffering from classical gout symptoms, it impacts one big toe. So in a sense, a lot of the issues become, people start developing what's a certain rotation around the pelvis that causes people to have issues that have to do with asymmetry. So what is indicative is that usually inflammatory processes tend to become pervasive on one side of the spine. It causes one side of the spine to be chronically shortened. So in case she's feeling it, and if you look at the, I can tell that the shrinkage is more pronounced.
So the inflammation might be systemic, but it will present on one side.
Usually, if you look at people with issues, most of the problems tend to be unilateral. That there's an inflammatory process that is more pervasive on one side of the body. Inflammatory process is mostly a biochemical process by which specific metabolites are being released into the soft tissue that causes the soft tissue to become chronically shortened, because inflammatory process is a degenerative process. It's like, accumulating acids along the terminus of your batteries that causes degradation to the structural components around it, but it also causes things not to be circulated as well, and it interferes with proper metabolism. Because if you have a lot of soft tissue accumulation in soft tissue components such as muscle, tendon, ligaments, and so forth, it interferes with proper biochemistry. So in a sense, inflammatory process is a degenerative biochemical process, and a lot of doctors talk about the inflammatory process as though it's caused by the microbial world. But in terms of what you see, that 99% of the inflammatory process has nothing to do with microbial. It has to do with the biochemical processes of overaccumulation of specific group of acids. See, I'm going to show you, she's going to feel something is opening up already because this area is very inflamed. So there's a huge difference between the two sides. As you can feel that, that's in the long run is going to cause rotation of the pelvis. And so when you see this asymmetrical equipment of your pelvic girdle, and you start seeing these people that have, one shoulder is higher than the other, one side of the pelvis protruding forward, and one is being stuck back. So all the different distortions that I can look at people right now, and it's one of the things that I do is I'm witnessing people's, rather than say, oh my God, you're distorted, let's see how we're going to correct it. So corrective measures is a way to internalize issues and say, okay, I need to change, because as we get older, we have to change. So this is an area that you know for sure that there is, and especially you have this jerky response, and the way he responded to being physically hit was a part of the response that is indicative of a nerve-related phenomenon. Usually when you have nerves that are being impacted, the response is very, I mean, he also got very upset, you know. Part of it is because you know, this feels a lot better when I apply this kind of pressure.
It's a lot faster and harder.
So this is the supraspinatus issue here. This is a muscle on top of scapular spine, and the reason that is, this is a muscle that can, you know, become chronically shortened as a function of creating this type of movement. This is one of the four cuff muscles. So this is a very, so it's the medial head of his supraspinatus is very chronically shortened. And that's one of the things that, you know, we need to soften all the time. That's going to help you a lot.
Thanks, baby.
You get some kind of a device that would allow you to put pressure on it, and every kind of day, use about 10 to 15 minutes a day of trying to soften this muscle on top of, you know. So this is the, and this problem can be rectified. So because it hasn't, it's not coiling, you know. So you can get it situated if you can apply gentle pressure over it over time, just try to soften this muscle. Okay? So that should feel a little bit softer then. Okay. So this is not, actually, his problem is not severe, because the problem becomes severe is the muscle becomes, it feels like almost like, it feels like it's, when it coils in and it hardens, that's when it becomes a problem that's very difficult to, this can be rectified. Okay, you are the right.
And knuckle up here, warrior part.
You're in the mountains. All these different things affect us. Environments, physical environments. Entering a new store that, you know, using a lot of chemicals, and you know, and a lot of people are very allergic to environmental toxins and so forth. So by monitoring what's going on, we can create create a narrative. And this narrative is very important for our understanding, because we don't know how the world affects us. Sometimes I have a woman the other day told me that she realized that every time she's next to her husband, it causes a number of symptoms, which we know that can happen, especially if you're married to a Jewish woman. You know? Yeah, so the story here is that relationships with people, food, activities, but I'm going to say again, the number one cause of inflammation is the food you're consuming. There's no two ways about it. And it's a key to our understandings of what impacts our biochemical system. And the goal for us is to develop the mechanisms to improve everything, the food that we consume, and our postures and so forth.